Hello my brothers and sisters of the Order, welcome back to the Order. I'm Celtic Templar, and today y'all we are going to be doing one of my favorite warriors in antiquity, other than the Celts, and that would be the ancient Germanic warrior. Now we're actually going to be doing as the common Germanic warrior. We're not going to be doing the nobles yet. As well, we're not going to be doing the Hari for a reason, but I'll get to that very soon. Now, who were the Germanic warriors? Where did they come from? And, well, how did they actually become known as Germans? Now, when we understand the term meaning of German, which I will get to very soon, it actually comes to us by the Romans who labeled these people. In fact, the Germanic people never fully labeled themselves as one whole unified people. They, in the process, this were, well, a vast assortment of tribes. That's all they were. Now, people will automatically say, but Templar history says that they were unified. Yeah, they were unified in the 1800s by the Prussians. But during this point in time period, not so much. Now, our first account of them comes from the Cimbrian War in the year of 113 BC to 101 BC. And in this conflict, the Romans lost around 80,000 troops in less than a day. That is an extra 10,000 in a single day compared to what America losses in Vietnam in a few years. So the fact is, the Romans lost around 80,000 men in one day, while the United States military lost around 70,000 men in a few years. That's saying how gruesome this conflict was. Now, it's also stated, though, in this conflict, that the Romans actually suffered great and heavy losses, which this is why they later had to reform in order to defeat the, well, design of Germanic warriors. Now, our later account also comes from the said Teutoburg Forest, and in such, this was actually a famous Germanic victory, a victory in such that was so ferocious that the Romans lost 3 legions, the equivalent of 15 to 20,000 men in a single day. So yeah, in 9 CE, the Romans lost so many men that it's actually stated that the 17th, 18th, and 19th were completely annihilated. No survivors. And the head of Quintilius Varus was sent back to Rome. It's actually stated that Augustus Caesar went mad screaming, and I quote, "Quintilius Varus, give me back my legions." And the thing is, it stated he would go mad every day. His beard would go beyond exponential. And the thing is, the Romans, literally, you could not see a Roman with a beard unless he was a scholar. And the Roman emperor, to grow out his beard, was almost savage at that time. So yeah, what timeline are we covering? Well, pretty much we're covering from the 3rd century to around the 1st or 2nd century. Now, the Germanic warriors would have an assortment of weaponry, such as from spears, axes, slings, bows and arrows, swords, you name it. Now, you will see me using the bow and arrow in our video, but I'm not using it out here because, one, we're not in an open field, and that is very dangerous. So, yeah. Also, you saw me using other swords. Here's the reason why I'm not using those. For one, bringing all those out of here is nearly impossible. And the fact is, I'm going to use my Germanic style sword like this, which this is actually the most common of Germanic swords that were actually stated to have been used, made out of bog iron. Bog iron is a very poor metal compared to modern steel, But technically, the Germans could only get this from their bogs. And the fact is, you had to be very wealthy enough to get these, so I might have taken this from a battlefield. I don't know. But there would also be short swords, long knives. There were dozens of weapons. But it's actually stated that during the 1st century, the Germanic warriors, only 1 in 10 Germanic warriors actually had a sword like this. However, by the 3rd century, it was stated that every 1 in 4 Germanic warriors had a sword now. So, that's saying something. Now, if any of y'all want to know where I got this bad boy, I got it from a good buddy who, if any of y'all want to get one of these bad boys or have a custom-made weapon, just contact him. I'll leave a link down below. Now, other weapons, that of which they were known to use, were axes, mainly throwing axes or regular hand axes, since these were farming implement tools. Then there is the slings that would throw projectiles like rocks. Now, for people who say, Templar, getting hit by a rock is not dangerous. Here's the thing. You say that now, but a sling doubles the power and the range. So in other words, if you get struck in the head, you're just dead, not realize it. Also, other weapon, their most famous weapon would actually give them their name, the spear. In fact, the German word for spear, being Gehr, actually gave them their name. And it actually was what they were, land of the spearmen, Germania. And the fact is, the majority of Germanic warriors used spears. Not swords, not axes, but spears, because one, they could actually, it's actually stated that I've heard this from the Teutoburg Forest incident, that the Germanic warriors flung more javelins than they did fire arrows or throw axes. And that's saying something. Now, it's actually stated, though, the javelin wouldn't be like a pyramid head like this. It would actually be something like, well, a plumbata head. Although slightly longer and such. Why? Simple. This would almost be near identical to that of the Roman pilum, only a lot worse. Because one, if you get that stuck in your flesh, I can guarantee you, you're going to have a bad day. And it works just like a pilum. As soon as it impacts, it bends. Just like the pilum. So yeah, now, I am told though that the spears would have been, sometimes have a somewhat of a foot-long blade, maybe sometimes 2 feet long, which means they got a good sweeping motion for cutting use. Meaning I could have a 2-meter longsword. Like that. That is just beyond horrifying. But that's actually what they were stated to have done. But also, now, the tribe I am talking about, the Hari, or as they're also known as the Ghost Warriors, I'm not doing, because one, I can already see YouTube banning me for life, because the Hari were special operations units. They covered themselves in pitch black war paint. So much so, you couldn't even see them in the dead of night. And as soon as you would see them, the only thing you would see would be their eyes, and by then it's too late. Now, if y'all want me to, I'll be happy to, but you're going to have to like the video. We're going to have to get at least 2,000 likes on this video in order for me to do it. Because one, I am not doing that, knowing to the fact that YouTube might ban me. So, yeah. But yeah, that's the thing. Now, I'm also not doing the Germanic Wolf Warriors, because one, they're their own class of warrior also. So, but we might actually do that one probably very soon. But, it's out there. Now, also, are the shields. What shields did the Germanic people use? Well, they actually used majority of round shields and oval shields. Oval shields for cavalry, or dismounted cavalry. Round shields, well, just for normal use. However, the most weirdly and somewhat common are the hexagonal and square shields, like these. Now, many people ask, why did they design these? This is a very weird design. Well, they designed these for one major purpose. For one, it's actually perfect for me to do a cutting blow or a thrusting type blow behind my shield without having to deal with the shield being in the way. So in fact, that was actually an impressive design. Now, I tried to find anyone online that could make them. Sadly, they were all out of stock. I tried to make one myself. Sadly, the price of wood has gone up, so I can't do that either. So, yeah, just imagine me probably in one of my parts of the scene. You see me using a Germanic shield. So, yeah. Anyways. But also, many of you wonder, Templar, why are you wearing a cloak? Simple. It's actually stated that the majority of Germanic warriors wore a cloak because of the area, because, well, they were meant to travel light. They did not carry that much supplies. In fact, whatever they could carry with them, they would move with it. In other words, the cloak actually adds as a blanket. So, in fact, this is a major reason why the Germanic warriors were known, also nicknamed, the Lightfoot Army, and were almost near impossible for the Romans to catch up to. So, we can see why the Marian reforms needed to happen in order to catch up with these guys. But, yeah, pretty much, it's just regular uniform, or outfit, I should say. Now people make a mistake, but Templar, you're not wearing any armor. Well, as I said, these are the common Germanic warriors. And one major thing also is, the Germanic warriors did wear helmets, though there was something called the Swabian knot. And it is stated, though, as you all see, I'm a guy that likes short hair type of person. So, yeah, you're not going to see me have that on me. Although, I think there was actually a modern trend that came back in, 2016, 2017? They actually brought back the Swabian knot somewhat for men, or as they call it, the man bun back then. Oh, God, I could not imagine how weird that looked in a modern day. But I don't know the full logistic story. Some people say it was because of status or marriage. There are majority reasons, so I can't get into all of them. But, yeah. But anyways, guys, check out what our video looks like. Well, I hope you all like that. Now, as y'all saw, moving in this is almost near impossibly a problem. I am moving in such a way I don't have a problem. The only thing I think I have a problem with is this cloak or something there, so that might be the only problem. Now, maybe people would automatically ask, Templar, did the Germanic warriors fear death? No. They were beyond horrifying for the Romans. And the major thing is, one major thing I had to put out here, Germania, the land of the spearmen, as I said, which got its name because of the spear, the reason why the Germans used the spear so much was because people say the lack of iron. Actually, as I said, there is bog iron. And the thing is, it depended on status symbol and money. Now, it's actually stated, though, Germania was not exactly one true, full tribal groups. There were hundreds. There was the Trinivante, the Cherusci, the Kratikari, and so on and so on. So there are so many I cannot explain them all. But it's actually stated, though, the closer you were to the Rhine River, the more you have Celto-Germanic tribes. While further north, you have Nordic Germanic tribes. So many people ask, Templar, what the hell's the difference? One would actually be the fact of their faith. One would be a second would be the fact that one, this group wanted to be kind with the Romans, mainly the Celto-Germanics, while the northern Germans, not so much. And as well, when it comes down to it, Germania was almost impossible to march through with the bogs, the forest, the sheer forest, literally. Romans feared the forest so much, they would not go near them. But, yeah. But anyways, if any of y'all have an idea of a how-to video we should cover, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll be happy to get right into it. But anyways, guys, hopefully see y'all in the next one. Like and subscribe for more. And as I said, if y'all want me to do the Hari Ghost Warriors, this video must reach 1,000 likes, or either 1,000, actually I should say, probably put it up to 2,000 likes, and probably to 2,000 subscribers probably. Just in case. Because I know one thing, YouTube does not like it when we do something that looks offensive to them. But literally, this is ancient history, but as I said, it has to be up to y'all. But anyways, guys, this has been Celtic Templar. Hope to see y'all in the next one. Have a great day.